And to unpack this, we're joined by Lanre Elatuyi, an Electricity Market Analyst. Good evening. Glad to have you join me on the news.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, viewers at home.
All right. Now, Nigeria's power grids has suffered multiple collapses this year alone, resulting in extended periods of power outages. What do you believe are the underlying causes of these multiple collapses, and how best can we prevent them in future?
It's quite unfortunate that at this time and age, Nigeria still experiences grid collapse. So why do grid collapse, and why do we frequently experience grid collapse in Nigeria? First of all, we have to consider the unique characteristics of the commodity electricity. Electricity depends on the physical infrastructure, and both generation and consumption of electricity are instantaneous, in the sense that at every point in time, at every second, there must be a balance between what is being generated and what is being consumed, otherwise known as load. So whenever there's no balance between generation and load, above, there are two parameters, frequency and voltage, that actualize grid reliability. So at every time, at every point where there's a deviation beyond nominal values as prescribed in the grid code, there's going to be grid collapse, in the sense that when generation is more than consumption above a nominal value, there's going to be a grid collapse, or whenever there is more consumption than what is being generated. So, but as regards towards cost frequent grid collapse in Nigeria, I think the one that happened in October was because of the fact that there was a current transformer that caught fire in Jeba transmission station. Then there have been frequent grid transmission line vandalism by bandits. So we experience this thing on frequent basis, and it's quite unfortunate. Yes, we expect that there will be a detailed report of what really transpired, especially from the system operator, that is the body, the agent responsible for grid reliability. So we can only talk, probably give textbook reasons why grid collapse, but the actual causes of grid collapse can only be what the system operator comes out with in their detailed report.
Now, let me speak to you as an electricity market analyst. How do you think this persistent issue of power grid collapses in Nigeria has impacted the economic growth, development, of course, and as well as, a way of attracting foreign investment and supporting local businesses?
Anywhere in the world, businesses rely on power. Your economy cannot be advanced. You cannot have a very good economy if you can generate electricity. So one of the problems we have in the country is that businesses rely on captive generation. Grid power is the cheapest anywhere in the world, and where industries cannot connect to the grid because of the fact that most industrial machines are frequency sensitive, and they can get power at required frequency and voltage, they have to resort to captive generation, which is more expensive. So you see that cost of doing business will increase, and the cost of and the price of goods and services will equally will not be affordable. Besides, most foreign businesses will find it hard to come to Nigeria because there's no cheap power generation or power sources of energy. So it is very hard for us to attract investments into the country because of the fact that we cannot supply electricity at least cost. So businesses will rather go to other countries or other environments where they can get cheap power, because most time you cannot even transfer this price to the customers. So for businesses that have relied on captive generation, the cost of doing business for them has increased. for local business, the cost of doing business has increased, and that's actually impacted on their profitability.
And that's a fine place to wrap it up. Thank you so much for your expertise on the news, Lanre Elatuyi.